And you mentioned that our LinkedIn is very similar to our resume. What kind of informations do you see, like you were searching for a new QA or developer, it doesn't really matter. But when you look to their LinkedIn, what do you see that makes you feel like, okay, this guy is the right person for the job? What kinds of like highlights maybe on the about section or in the experience section? What types of things you are searching for to understand, okay, this guy is the right person for the role that I'm looking for, or is not that much?
Yeah. So I think having a LinkedIn is step one,
Yeah.
but enhancing your LinkedIn is important as well. So sometimes, just like your resume, you could always make variations and always change things up. But the first thing I would do is, I guess you could start from the resume and bring it into your LinkedIn, or start from your LinkedIn and bring it to your resume, right? Like it does depends
Yeah,
on how
yeah.
where you start, right? Chicken
Makes
or the
sense.
egg, right? But
True.
really what you're trying to do is break down your experience. For me, the about us section is important, but usually naturally people scan down to your education fairly quickly, right?
Mm.
How do they get to your resume is usually it's a Boolean search, it's buzzword searching. So having in your about us section, as well as having in your different jobs, what tool belt, what tech stack you used, will likely help people find you, right? So if you are in automation and you're using the JavaScript testing toolkit, JavaScript, TypeScript, whatever, Cypress, the Jest,
Hmm.
Nightwatch, whatever the case may be, having those at least once, likely two or three times within your LinkedIn profile, it's almost like SEO. It will allow you, it'll bump
Mm.
you up, right? So people will see you more frequently or see you. Having obviously your company name out there, your title, and then I would for sure add details of what you've done to each section as well, just because not only do people care about the tool belt you used at that job, but also what you've done for that company. And I think that's important as well.
Okay. All right. So that means that more times I use like the words that I'm working with. So if I'm working with Cypress, if I'm working with JavaScript, I should be using those words even on the about section and the experience section, even though I'm repeating myself, like I am appear first than others. Is
I
that?
think what's important is in this about us section, you're giving a broad sense of what you've done and you're giving the tool belt that you use. Within each company, you're then breaking down at this company, I used this. At that company, I used that. And or reinforcing that the last three companies I've used the same tech stack in the last three companies, which again, it doesn't have to be a huge portion of it, just even a one liner identifying at this company, this is my tech stack or these are the tools that I used. So yeah, I would repeat it more than once.